The Apostle Paul, a pillar of the early Christian church, sounded a note of warning. He foresaw a coming apostasy, a departure from the purity of the gospel. This deviation, he cautioned, would not be a sudden eruption but a subtle creep, a mystery of iniquity already at work in his time. This deviation would culminate in the revelation of the man of sin, a power that would exalt itself above God. Paul's words, recorded in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, were a beacon to the early Christians, a warning of the spiritual deception that would eventually grip the world. He spoke of a time when deception would be so pervasive that it would deceive, if possible, even the elect. This apostasy, he indicated, would involve a departure from the true worship of God and the elevation of human authority in its place. The Apostle's warning serves as a stark reminder that even within the Christian church, vigilance against error is crucial. The forces of darkness, he warned, would not hesitate to use subtlety and deception to lead believers astray. His words echo through the ages, a solemn call to guard the purity of the gospel and to test all things by the unerring standard of Scripture. This prophecy of apostasy, with its ominous prediction of a departure from true worship, casts a long shadow over the history of the Christian church. It serves as a crucial backdrop for understanding the rise of papal power and the shift from the biblical Sabbath to Sunday observance. As Christianity spread, it encountered a world steeped in paganism. The Roman Empire, with its pantheon of gods and elaborate rituals, presented a formidable challenge to the early church. While many were drawn to the purity and simplicity of the gospel, others sought to blend their existing beliefs with this new faith. This fusion of paganism and Christianity gave rise to a hybrid form of worship that bore little resemblance to the teachings of Christ and his apostles. Ancient sun worship, with its veneration of Sunday as the day of the sun, began to exert its influence. Temples dedicated to pagan deities were repurposed as Christian churches, and the trappings of pagan rituals were woven into Christian services. This compromise with paganism was a gradual process, a slow erosion of the wall, separating the sacred from the profane. What began as a well-intentioned attempt to make Christianity more palatable to the Roman world ultimately resulted in a subtle but significant shift away from the faith's Hebrew roots. The stage was being set for a more dramatic departure from biblical truth. In the early 4th century AD, a pivotal figure emerged on the stage of history: Constantine, the Roman emperor. His conversion to Christianity, though a watershed moment for the church, also marked a turning point in its relationship with the state. Constantine, eager to unify his empire under a single religion, sought to consolidate his power by aligning himself with the growing Christian movement. In 321 AD, Constantine issued an edict that would have far-reaching consequences for the church. This decree, while not explicitly Christian in its language, commanded that all judges and city people and the craftsmen shall rest upon the venerable day of the sun. This edict, ostensibly a measure to promote civil order, effectively granted official recognition to Sunday, the day venerated by sun worshippers. Constantine's Sunday law, while not explicitly outlawing Sabbath observance, marked a significant shift in the religious landscape. It elevated Sunday to a position of prominence, paving the way for its eventual acceptance as the Christian day of rest. This imperial decree, a blend of political expediency and religious syncretism, would have lasting repercussions for the Christian world.